Hey everyone! Today I'm going to tell you all about my first trimester, being pregnant for the very first time. So that's the first 3 months of my pregnancy, and I'll tell you all about the wild ride that came with it, all of the emotions, all of the symptoms. I've documented it along the way. So I would like to say thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and I will tell you more about that later. But first, let's get into all of my symptoms and how I've been feeling. So I kept a little notes on my phone, and I'm actually really glad I did, because I've already forgotten a lot of things. It's so real in the moment and you think, how could I possibly forget that I'm feeling like this? But you just do. I also have been documenting little clips along the way, which I'll show you. But I wasn't very good at the start, to be honest. I think it was all just like a little bit overwhelming for me, and I just didn't really feel like picking up the camera. I found out I was pregnant at 4 weeks. So I was 4 weeks pregnant when I found out, and that's pretty normal because that's when you normally, you first miss your period. The day I tested, I did actually feel like unusual cramping and clenching and unclenching, and it almost felt like my uterus was like creaking. But I knew that it wasn't period pains, it felt different, and that's what led me to take the test and find out. Between 4 and 6 weeks, I actually felt pretty normal energy. I felt very anxious, that was one of my biggest things, and I look back now and I think, oh my gosh, I was so worried about so many things. It felt so real at the time. I was so in my head about a lot of things. It was actually a lot of just anxiety, and a lot of those worries weren't real worries, but it really was all consuming at that time around then. I did feel a bit nauseous, but I think I thought it was down to the anxiety. Just felt a bit funny in my stomach, just a little bit. Something wasn't right. I felt really socially exhausted, and then the first symptom I noticed was like my boobs were bigger. I actually went to Spain on my 6th week of pregnancy, and I was with my friends in a villa, and I felt pretty normal energy. I was doing workouts with them, like doing HIIT workouts, and I felt my usual self. I was going on runs in the heat, as I probably shouldn't have done. Yeah, I just felt my normal energy, normal appetite, normal strength. Then 7 weeks pregnant, I was home again, and that's when I felt really tired. And one of the biggest things I was craving was sweets and apples. I loved Granny Smith apples and love sweets, and that's really unlike me. I don't normally have a sweet tooth. I was really bloated, but I still think I had quite a normal appetite. I loved Dairy Lee Dunkers and pasta and sauce, the cheese and broccoli one. But that's what I was loving. Obviously not the most healthy diet. That's when my tiredness did start to kick in around 7 weeks. It was kind of good timing after the holiday. I remember like trying to clean the house, and it took me a really long time. I just had to like nap between doing things. That week 7, that's when I was also feeling quite anxious, and I was really spotty. I had really bad skin. Loads of spots everywhere. Found myself being argumentative with Tom, and like I didn't want to, sometimes when you're saying stuff you don't even really mean, and I was kind of like, I felt like I was like pushing him away when all I wanted was to have him close. If you can relate to that feeling, I didn't want to be saying these things, and then I would say them, and then I'd be like really upset, hormonal, and I just felt like I missed Tom so much when I was away from him, and I felt very like homey. I didn't want to make plans away from Tom, and even when I did, I kind of wanted to get home back with Tom. So that was like something that was week 7 resonated with me. I just felt like I wanted to be just me and him at home, nobody else, and I didn't want to make plans away from the house, away from him. So it sort of like, I don't know, a bit like just wanted to just be us. I just felt quite low energy, and I also felt quite sad in week 7. I just felt like I remember feeling a bit sad and low. Oh yeah, that's when I ate my first cod in week 7. I had my first fish and chips, and I just devoured it. I gobbled it up. I haven't ever eaten meat in my life, guys. Yeah, I was just gobbled up for fish and chips. I've been a vegetarian my whole life. Yeah, it was wild. I didn't expect myself to just like gobble, no qualms. I'm just noticing that I'm like feeling tired and out and about. I'm thinking about napping a lot. Like when I'm around at other people's houses, I'm just thinking like, oh, I just kind of like want to go home and have a nap. My sense of smell had definitely heightened in that week 7. I remember being at like a cafe with my friend Kate and really noticing the smell of milk coming from the cafe, gone off milk, and she couldn't notice it at all. And that was like really such a vivid smell for me, so strong. And I also, that's the only day of the whole pregnancy that I had that metallic taste that people talk about when they have that taste in their mouth. So that was interesting, and it just went after I drank hot chocolate. So that didn't last long, that was good. Yeah, just everything, like the compost bin, the drain, opening the fridge, just the hits of smells I couldn't deal with. Luckily, I wasn't sick, and I didn't really feel sick, but I just Didn't like opening the fridge, didn't like the compost bin, didn't like the drain. Had to like clean the drain a lot because any food smells would just be too much for me. My thing was like around 5 p.m. I would get ravenous and I would just be suddenly so hungry from 0 to 100, but I just didn't know what I wanted to eat, and I also could not be bothered to cook. I just couldn't conjure up what I could eat, even though I was so hungry. And then 8 weeks pregnant, just really tired, but no sickness. So I was so pleased because I do actually have a phobia of being sick. I wasn't sick at all, and I'm 18 weeks pregnant now and still I don't feel sick. So I think I'm good. I think I'm one of the lucky ones. I just felt a little bit funny in my stomach, like sort of some things were like, you feel things moving around, and I felt like I constantly needed to eat. That was my biggest thing to stop me from feeling funny, is to just constantly eat, snack, bread, carbs. And this is quite wild that I did this, but I wrote this down. On the week 8, I was like lying in bed and I just thought, I had some tarot cards and I was like, I'm going to pull a card and ask how my pregnancy is going to go. This is so wild and rogue and a little bit like risky, but it was the 6 of Swords, and it was all about moving to another place and changes in the environment. And I said, I like the line that says not to hold on to old baggage and to be thorough in bringing your needs to the attention of others. I thought that resonated with my pregnancy. But I actually had lots of energy then. I did big sort outs of the house, I washed the car, I went to the dump. I was just feeling really good. I pumped up the tyres, I did like loads of chores, and I was just out and about doing things, shopping. And then that weekend was the weekend I did the garden renovation. I just felt really motivated, energetic. Like I wanted to like sort the house out, sort the garden out. It's almost like that feeling of, oh, I haven't got that long till my life's about to change really like drastically. Let's do some stuff. Like I felt like I needed to get on with stuff. Don't want to like hang about. So that was good that I had that energy to do that. But I did feel quite hideaway hobbit vibe, that I just wanted to stay at home. I didn't really want to socialise. And I kind of think that's been a bit of a running theme since then, really. I just feel just a little bit more, I just want the quiet time, quiet alone time. Okay, yeah, week 8, I'm so thirsty, and I'm already a thirsty person. I drink so much water. I think I drink more than you're even like meant to. I just like feel all thirsty all the time normally. So then pregnancy me is like really thirsty. So I was finding that I would need to drink so much water in the night, and actually that has calmed down a little bit since then. I don't feel as thirsty, but I used to like drink so much by the side of my bed, and I guess it's like all the new blood that's going around your body, and my body needed it. Yeah, I was still going on the park runs at this point. I just loved carbs. I couldn't get enough of crumpets and toast. Still can't, to be honest. And I just didn't want veg. I really, do you know what my least favourite thing was? Is salad. That was real bottom of the list. I could not face salad. There was something about it that was just so unappealing to me. And I normally love salad. I just wanted like fatty, carby foods. So 9 weeks, yeah, felt good energy. I actually went back to work at the hotel for a bit, enjoyed that. Felt good. Started making these videos on my own, felt pretty good. Definitely felt more emotional, tired and teary than normal. Okay, week 10. I was hungry, tired, emotional and spotty and anxious. I started to notice my bump around this point, like really small. Other people I don't think would notice, but I did. The other thing was when I thought of something that I did want to eat, that was like, I had to have it. I had to go and get that. So I suddenly have a craving and then it just goes. Like I really wanted kimchi and we didn't have any, and it was just all I could think about. My craving can change minute to minute. Like I'll get a yogurt and then I'll like be like, no, I want a Dunkers. You had to be there in the moment eating the thing you wanted, otherwise it could just change and you could go off that idea. Very anxious and emotional this week. I was obsessively watching One Born every minute. I still do watch it actually, and I still find it really comforting, and there's something about, I just do it as my own little quiet time on my own. I've just been really watching that ever since I found out I was pregnant. That was like what I obsessively did that weekend I was on my own when I found out. It was like my comfort, and I would just watch it on TV on my own, and I was really emotional, yeah, obviously crying over that a lot. My big cravings were cheese and onion sandwiches, you know those ones from the pre-packed sandwiches section. Strawberries, yeah, strawberries were a good one. Strawberries were nice. Finding exercise harder, feeling weaker, stomach definitely showing. So that was up to week 11, and then I did make a few clips for you guys from then to the scan, so I'll share them with you. It's week 11 and 4 days. I haven't really been very good at keeping a diary of how I've been feeling and stuff. I wish I had. I just haven't bothered. I don't know why. I've not had enough energy. I've been tired. But I just wanted to update you on my first trimester. So today I feel a bit shivery and I feel like a little bit like I'm getting ill. My body's aching, like my legs are aching, like I've done a run and I haven't done a run. Last night was the first time in the whole trimester where I felt really sick. And I was really scared because I've got a real phobia of being sick. It was really horrible. I was really scared and nervous and I was having a bit of a panic attack and I had to call for Tom and then he made me some toast and I came down and watched a couple of episodes of Gilmore Girls. It's like 20 degrees today and I'm all shivery. The headline is that I'm so grateful that I haven't been feeling sick because I think I'm getting towards the end of the time when you do feel nauseous and thank God because I would be so horrified if I had to be sick every day. I just really feel for those women that do get really sick. My main thing has just been so exhausted and I miss that usual energy. Tom says that I'm now at a normal level of energy, but I do miss that. Anyway, my pasta's cooking, so let's talk later. I've just shut the curtains and it's so sunny today, but I'm trying not to feel guilty and I'm trying not to feel frustrated with myself. I'm just trying to let myself get better. I don't know whether this is pregnancy or I just feel ill, but I don't feel good. I'm just going to watch some TV. I'm really into Gilmore Girls this pregnancy. I started it from the very beginning, a couple of weeks ago, and I'm already on series 2. And I watch it every morning when I wake up and have my breakfast. And then I normally have a burst of energy. I have my breakfast. I wake up really early. I've been waking up at 6. I get up. I have a couple of hours of breakfast. This is what I mean, a real leisurely. I don't want to. I want to do work. I've got things to do, but I just can't. I can't get the muster up the energy. And then I finally do, around 9 or 10, and have a bit of energy until about now. Now it's 3, and I just feel exhausted again. But I'm hoping if I just chill out for a bit, and maybe by this evening I'll feel a bit better, because I would like to go out and enjoy the sun, and I also really want to make a video. I'm ravenous, but then I don't know what I want. I open the cupboard, I open the fridge, and I just stare. And I can't think what I want until I finally think of it, and then I'm I must have that. I've been really craving cheese and onion sandwiches you get in the meal deals. Cheese and broccoli, pasta and sauce as well is another one. And just crumpets, carbs. Hey guys. I'm just vlogging.
Why are you vlogging?
Because I went to record how I'm feeling. Hey guys. The night before our 12-week scan. First scan. I'm so excited and nervous. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I feel like I could cry with excitement and anticipation. Such an ugly angle. I've just waited so long for it and now it's coming tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some sleep. It's at 10 in the morning. I feel fine in terms of I don't feel sick. I still feel quite tired. I'm still needing a nap in the day. I feel so big and I just feel like I've put on loads of weight. I feel really huge and just bloated and ugh. And it's kind of weird adjusting to my body like this. Just clothes don't fit me anymore and I just want to wear pyjamas, comfy pyjamas. It's been mad. So I guess I've known about this pregnancy for the last 2 months. I'll be 12 weeks and 4 days tomorrow. We'll find out what the scan says because I think they'll adjust the time of it. I can't believe it's tomorrow. But yeah, I just really hope that everything's okay. Get to see this baby. Maybe I just check I'm just hoping everything's okay. I do actually feel quite hopeful that everything is okay, but it might not be. I haven't had any signs that I have had a miscarriage, but I guess it could happen without me knowing. But I still feel very pregnant. My boobs still feel really big. I feel big. I feel breathless and tired and emotional, and I feel like I'm already going into the nesting mode as well. I'm really sorting out our house. But technically a third of the way there, which is crazy. 6 more months. And I'm just going to enjoy every minute. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm going to be fine. Can't believe it. Imagine we had to see him move tomorrow. Anyway, I will let you know how it goes. Today's the day. We're on the way to the scan, the much awaited scan. I keep thinking about it and squealing and smiling and so excited, but also a little bit nervous because obviously I have to be realistic. This is a time when they could find problems. Obviously just want to check everything's okay. It's the first time I've had a look inside my uterus. On the way to the hospital, I'm so excited. I could barely sleep just thinking about it. Get this big smile on my face when I think about it. I can't believe it's actually happening to me. Tom's here in the car, we're driving off to the hospital, and my appointment is in half an hour. My stomach literally does flip when I think about it. Baby, if you're watching this, we love you. And can't wait to see you for the first time. And I have to say it, what if it's twins? Ah! The crazy thing is it could be. You don't know until this scan. But I feel like it might be. Because I've already got a bump, guys. It's 3 months. Anyway, we'll let you know how it goes. Maybe we can film a little bit in there. Eek. I'm trying to drink water because you're supposed to have a full stomach, a full bladder for this. So the thing's not for half an hour more, so I'm going to take it easy.
For half an hour?
I already need a wee. Tom, are you excited? How are you
Yeah,
feeling?
I am, yeah. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest.
Are you? Why?
Yeah, well, just a lot can go wrong. So I'm just a bit nervous, but excited too.
It's gonna be fine. Last time I spoke to you, it was 6 days ago now, and we were on our way to our scan. We were super, super excited. And then I just got swept up in it all, and it all went really well, so just say that first. But I just got swept up in like sending messages to friends and family and talking about it and looking at the scan that I forgot to make an update, but the scan all went well. It was really, really cool to see. So we actually had a 45-minute scan because the baby wasn't in the right position to take the measurements, the growth measurements, to find out his due date. So we had to she was digging the ultrasound into my stomach and moving it around to try and get the baby to move. And it was really cool kind of seeing the baby react to the ultrasound. And then the sonographer was like asking me to do the bridge pose, shake my hips, and then like slam my bum onto the bed. And I could see the baby kind of reacting to me doing that, which was really cool. And yeah, it was just quite incredible really to see. It made it feel real. And then on the other hand, it didn't, because it felt like it was some sort of computer generated thing. It just can't quite believe that's going on inside of me. It's a fully formed person in there. Well, it's not a fully formed person, but it had its organs, it had its stomach, it had its brain, you could see every vertebrate on the spine. We saw it swallow, it drank some of the amniotic fluid. It was quite funny because I thought that you had to have a really full bladder before an ultrasound. And I think that can help them find like the uterus and see the uterus, but I think I went overboard because I'm the kind of person that drinks a lot of water anyway, and I drank so much water. I had to wait even longer and I was in so much pain, and when she put the probe on my stomach I was like in agony. And then it was so funny because you could just see this my huge bladder on the screen, and she was like, yeah, I think you might have a bit of too full bladder, you're gonna have to go and empty it. So I went to the toilet and came back, and the woman was like, oh yeah, that's better, but I can already see your bladder filling up again. So I just drank so much water. But it was really, really amazing. Me and Tom were just in awe, and it was so cool that we got to have a really long scan because they couldn't get their baby into that right position at first. And then they did, and I was exactly spot on with my time. So I was 12 weeks and 4 days at the time of the first scan. And I can't believe that was our first scan. Like, it was just so cool to finally kind of confirm that everything was okay. There was just one baby in there, so no twins. I had predicted before that I might have twins, but I was wrong. Didn't have my twin intuition right there. Obviously just very grateful just to have one healthy baby, and I just can't believe that I formed that. Just the last 3 months it's been growing inside me. It's an amazing miracle of life. I'm just so excited for the next scan, and I guess just to keep progressing. A little bit of a bump. So I'm 13 weeks and 3 days. Basically since the scan I've had like social stuff on every night. We've had Tom's cousin come to stay, she's still with us now, and then we had a wedding, had a meal out with friends, and I've just been to a festival. So I went to a wedding on Saturday, straight to a festival yesterday, and I ended up camping there. So now I'm just so tired. I just need to sleep. It's like I've got all this camping stuff I need to put away, but I have to sleep before I do anything else. So pleased that everything's okay, because I was a bit worried that just because I hadn't had many symptoms, but yeah, I've been busy busy growing a baby. My stomach's already starting to rumble and I am going to make some lunch. I think Tom's on his way back too, so I'm making enough for him too. And I'm really pleased to say that HelloFresh have partnered up with me for this portion of the video. I am really excited to be using HelloFresh again because now we live in a house, we can actually use a service like that. It's actually a service that delivers all the ingredients and everything you need to make meals for your week. Healthy, nutritious meals. Let me show you. I've got 3 here to choose from. Crispy cauliflower nuggets with spiced bean stew and soured cream. Look at that. I feel like that is perfect for a day like today where it's all very gloomy outside. It's actually raining now, which makes it even cozier. 3 of my 5 a day as well, which is great. That's what I need. I think it's great for my situation right now, being pregnant, because it's really important to eat healthily and eat like a balanced, healthy diet. But just things like going out to the shops are a little bit more effort being pregnant, and sometimes you don't know how you're going to feel each day. But it's really nice to know that in the house there's the fresh ingredients ready to go, ready to cook. And it kind of takes away the decision-making thing. New me is going to start making my meals before I'm ravenous. I'm so excited as well to be able to use HelloFresh again. Now we've got the house. I also think it's going to be really good for inspiration for new meals to cook, because I do definitely get stuck in my ways, go through a cycle of spag bowl, curries, and this is going to be a nice way to mix it up and just get some fresh ideas. I remember last time we did HelloFresh, I actually learned some of the methods that they suggested, and it just mixed things up about how I cook, because I think I am quite a good cook at just freestyling, but it's quite nice to occasionally just follow a recipe, and it's so satisfying to have all the ingredients here. It's literally like Blue Peter. This is amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh my god.
Banana.
Tom's just got me a present. Chili peppers.
Banana chili peppers.
Wow. Thank you. Oh, I want to eat them. That looks really nice. Thanks, Tommy.
That's right.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to you. This is like my favourite kind of cooking, where it's all just readily, all the ingredients are there. It's like, here's one I made earlier. I'm going to make it for 4 people and then just save it, because this will be really good to have food when we're hungry. You can literally hear my belly rumbling. So I've just tossed cauliflower with salt and pepper and mayonnaise. And do you know what? That's something I would never think of doing. It's like coating cauliflower with mayo. So I've made like a olive oil, breadcrumb and Central American spice mix to coat the cauliflower with. Now I'm doing this, I'm thinking I definitely want to do HelloFresh more, just because it's so nice to have everything here that you need. The idea of the recipe done, and each week they send you new recipes to choose from, and then they just get delivered straight to your door. I definitely think this would be good for busy people, and probably when I become a mum as well. HelloFresh came with ice packs, and this is quite handy actually, because I need some for my knees, so I'm going to put them back in the freezer and ice my knees later. Beans are in. This looks so good. Oh, they look good. Now, if you guys would like to try HelloFresh too, then we've got a great offer. You can use our unique code LOSTINTRANSIT6020. I'll pop it on screen now, and click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen, and you will get 60% off your first box and then 20% off the next 2 months and free desserts for life. So we've got some nice chocolate souffles, so maybe we can have them after the stew. Oh my god, that's actually so nice. That's like such a different flavour to what I normally cook. And I also like how generous the portions are, because I was a bit worried because I think I eat more than the average person, but this looks like plenty enough for 4 portions.
I've got to finish this jigsaw. Right.
Oh my god.
This looks
actually
amazing.
Really nice. My only thing I think I'll add is chili flakes.
Thanks, Liz.
That's right.
Lovely.
Hey guys, I'm just going to do a little week 14 update. I thought that my tiredness would have subsided by now, because they say on your second trimester you don't feel as tired, you feel as nauseous. I've been so lucky with the nausea, but I have been feeling really tired. For example, yesterday I had loads of editing to do and I just couldn't do it. I just slept like basically all day, which is really, it's really unlike me. You know when you have the flu and you just feel heavy and exhausted, that's kind of how I felt. Trying to eat more veg now, but I still just want like the carbs and the fats and the sugars. I have stopped being vegan for this pregnancy, so I've been eating eggs and cheese. I I just wanted to do whatever the best thing would be for my baby. And I've been vegan for like 4 years now, maybe 5 years, and I just felt like the right thing to do. I'm not judging anyone. The right thing for me to do. I don't judge anyone else's decisions, and hopefully you don't judge mine. But that was my gut feeling, was that I just wanted to make sure I was getting enough calcium. I actually, do you know what? I even ate fish. I what was it? I ate like fish and chip shop fish, like haddock and cod. I ate that like 4 times. I haven't really eaten it since. I haven't eaten it for like about a month now. But back then I really wanted it, and it's weird. It's like my body's way of saying like, this is what I need. I just gobbled it up. I didn't think twice. I didn't feel grossed out by it. And I've never eaten fish or meat in my life, like bar a few fish fingers when I was little. And so this week I feel a little bit gross. I feel like I've like put on weight, and I feel a bit like chubby and spotty. I've realised now, looking back at the first trimester, that I had really bad anxiety, where I just feel so worried in my head and anxious about things that didn't matter, and I wasn't really talking about it. I think it's just the hormones. So if you're feeling like this and you're on your first trimester, anxiety is so real, and it feels so real at the time, but I've kind of come out of it a bit now, and I'm looking back and I'm like, oh yeah, I just felt so worried and anxious. I feel like I'm not in my glowing stage yet. I think that's come. I feel really impatient for like the next thing. I want like my next appointment or my next scan. I just feel like I want an update. It feels cool. I started to like feel more of a bump. Makes it feel a bit more real, but I don't fit into my trousers anymore. I have to just wear like skirts and dresses. It's just weird getting used to a new body. I just did that. You would have seen now my hiking and camping video along the Cornish coast, and that was a real struggle for me. And I found it hard actually not saying like that I was pregnant, because I felt like I just want to talk honestly in this channel, but I didn't feel ready to say that I was pregnant. But I was 13 weeks pregnant when I filmed that, and I definitely felt really breathless and just exhausted and so tired. And I just can't believe it's getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's gonna be a baby at the end of it. I am so excited to have a baby. I feel like I think about it all the time. It sounds really, really cheesy and like, I don't know, like I'm just saying it, but I'm not. I just feel like it would make me feel more complete. Look at these pregnancy spots. I mean, I actually always have been quite spotty, but I've been getting quite a few. Grease pot. Good morning, everybody, from our little Cornish cottage. Today I've woken up with a really messy house and like a big list of things to do, and I just feel a bit overwhelmed by it. Tom's away visiting family at the moment. We've actually had quite a few guests staying with us recently, so I think things have just taken a back seat, like the housework and just keeping on top of things. And being pregnant, I have actually found like all of this like a lot more tiring. Yeah, so this morning I thought it would actually motivate me to take you guys along with me while I just sort of literally get myself out of bed, get the house tidied. Do you know sometimes when the task just feels too big at hand and then you just want to stay in bed and watch TV? I've actually been like really emotional. Yesterday I edited the We Need to Come Clean video where I announced that we're pregnant and the changes that are going on in our lives, like how Tom's not going to be in the video so much and he's starting his own projects and he's got his new job. So yeah, if you missed that, go check it out. I just felt really emotional kind of making that video, and I also made this like little reel to like one of the songs that it's going to set me off, but this is ridiculous. Come on, pregnancy emotions. It's a song that like I associate with like me and Tom's travels and lovely times in the van, and I made this reel to that song, and it just honestly set me off crying for like probably about 2 hours last night. I've just been feeling a bit out of sorts. Let's set some light in here. One of the big pregnancy symptoms I've had is I've just felt exhausted, and I just find like I'm not my usual social self. I kind of want to go to bed at like 9 and I feel a bit quieter in social situations as well. Yeah, very, very tired. Like when I'm out and about, I'm just thinking, when can I next get my nap in? I'm driving around and I'm thinking, can I just quickly pull up and put my chair back and take 5? That's how I feel. I feel like I'm constantly thinking about when I can next sleep. And I think the mistake I've been making is I haven't really been listening to my body recently, and that has resulted in like me getting really, really bad knees and really, really bad back. Just last week, I could barely walk. I was literally a hunchback, and still I'm getting cramps in the night in my knees really bad. And I think it was doing that big coastal walk with that huge bag. It was stupid in hindsight, and with those trainers, not walking boots. It was too far, too hard being pregnant. And that's where it all started. And then I didn't let myself stop in the Brecon Beacons, so I was hiking there too. And then we were also digging on the land, on Tom's bit of land that he'd been able to use from a friend. And we were digging with Philly and Keely last week, and I think I just got carried away. And then, yeah, my knees just aren't getting better, and I actually just need to be strict and just be like, no, stop. You know me, I'm normally a busy bee, and I'd say that that's like probably the symptom I'm finding the hardest is not being my usual energy. Yeah, I've just been basically doing the bare minimum that I need to do recently. And I would love to say as well, before I forget, thank you so much to everyone who has sent us such lovely messages about our news and comments on the last video that we posted. Really, really appreciate the love, and it's, yeah, just lovely to have everyone's support. So thank you. Right, I'm gonna go down, first things first, make a cup of tea, because then I can just show you what we're dealing with here. This is our living room. It's really kind of messy and dark and giving me bad vibes. We've got loads of gardening stuff in the room at the moment from working on the land. Let's see, guys, what we're dealing with here. It's just messy. First things first, I'm going for a bagel and a cup of tea. Oh guys, yeah, I'm off the caffeine. How crazy is that? Zilch caffeine for me. You actually are allowed to have, I think, like 1 cup of coffee a day, but I've just been a warring war and I'm going completely teetotal, off the caffeine and alcohol, of course. I've been loving the decaf teas, actually. This one's nice before bed. This is my fave, I think. Oh no. Literally use up all my cups. That's how little washing up I've done. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm alone here, but maybe someone else watching this is also in the same state. They feel like, you know when you feel like you need to sort your life out? Starting from the ground up, you need to get dressed, put some makeup on, put some contact lenses in, tidy the house, make yourself feel good, and that's where I feel now. The table's kind of been taken over by a puzzle. I might actually have to put it away because I feel like eating at the table is more important than doing a puzzle at a table. You might beg to differ. One thing I've really noticed, like, since being pregnant is my appetite has increased for sure. I already was a very hungry person. I'd say my top tip for first trimester, if you happen to be going through it too, is just eat as soon as you wake up. That helped me so much, like just eat toast straight away when you wake up. Right, next task is to get myself dressed. Can't be cleaning the house in this outfit. Okay, this is me, 17 weeks, 5 days. Okay, feel a bit more human now. First things first, I'm gonna tackle this kitchen. It is such a gloomy, dark day today. It's still August, but it feels really dark and a little bit like autumnal and wintry. And you know what, I'm not too mad about that. I'm kind of okay with having a cozy weather day because it makes me feel less bad about not going out in the sun. Calm has been restored in this house. I have been a busy bee. I've been like setting myself in a timer and just doing cleaning for 30 minutes as quick as I can and then stopping having a break. But it's a bit of a slow progress, but I've managed to tidy the house, which I'm really pleased about. And I just wanted to say, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me down a little bit of memory lane, down the last 3 months of my first trimester. And yeah, I just think it's been really nice to be able to share that journey with you guys, and it's been fun to have a reason to document it as well, because I think I'll really enjoy looking back on it myself as well. So stay tuned for next week and I'll see you there. Bye! It says D to 3! Oh my god. I just can't wait for them to get back now. 2 to 3. I'm in. I'm fully in.